What's up, everyone? So, Dragon Ball Super episode 127. Man, this is an episode. So we start off with Jiren powering up. That's where we ended the last episode, with Toppo being eliminated and Jiren just saying, "Hey, I'm gonna end this." So he's powering up. He gets all this red ki around him. It's so hot and powerful. It's almost like fire or lava, and it just kind of surrounds him. And of course, it's so powerful. It just starts destroying little bits and pieces of the arena and everything, and you can just see it like shooting a beam up into the sky or whatever. So we get Vegeta, he stands up and he's just like, "Don't think you can underestimate me," and he rushes Jiren. And as soon as he rushes him, 17 and Goku are just like, "Damn, alright, let's do this." So the three of them rush Jiren and they start attacking him, and they're actually doing a pretty good job of fighting him. Jiren is a lot stronger than, any of them individually, but together they actually, put up a good fight against Jiren. So they're attacking Jiren, and Jiren's able to block their attacks, but there's three of them, and they're three real powerful, fighters. So Jiren is blocking, but he's still having a little bit of hard time because he can't get a big advantage. But slowly but surely, he's he knocks Goku away, and then he's just fighting Vegeta and 17. And then he knocks 17 away for a little bit, and he starts fighting Vegeta, and then he pins Vegeta against a wall or a rock, and he's about to, finish him off. And out of nowhere, 17 comes and pushes Vegeta out of the way. It's something he's going to be doing this episode. So he pushes Vegeta out of the way, and he takes the big old, blast, and he doesn't get knocked out, but we don't see where he lands. He's just kind of passed out or something, I don't know. But Vegeta gets pissed and he's like, "You stupid android, I didn't need your help." Of course, because he's Vegeta. So he starts attacking Jiren again, and he can't really do anything. Like I said, Jiren is really powerful, and Goku eventually gets back up and he starts fighting as well, and Jiren's just kind of blocking their blasts and everything. Even Goku, he jumps up and he shoots a big Kamehameha down at Jiren, and Jiren just kind of uppercuts it and just destroys it. It doesn't do anything, but while he's fighting Goku and Vegeta, he knocks him back, and he's just kind of like, I'm too strong or whatever. But then all of a sudden, 17 just appears right behind him, because you can't sense his energy since he's an android, so Jiren couldn't see him coming. Probably could have hurt him, but whatever. But 17 sneaks up behind him with this little energy ball, and he just, stabs Jiren in the back with it, or hits him in the back, and it explodes. So we get this big, bright explosion. And then there's just a bunch of smoke and everything. We see 17 like down on the floor, and he's just badly injured. He's just like, "Well, it was a good attack, but it was so powerful that I couldn't dodge it, and I damaged myself." And eventually all the smoke clears, and we just see Jiren standing there, and he has a big, not hole in his back, but his shirt has a hole in it, and it looks all burned and everything. Jiren finally took a big damaging hit, and he kind of gets mad. He's just like, "Oh, you 17," and he starts attacking him. But Goku and 17 start talking, or Goku says, "Good job, 17. It might have not hurt him that badly, but now I know how to hurt him. If he's distracted and he can't block it with his little technique or whatever, we can damage him." So they come up with a plan where he's like, Goku comes up with a plan, surprisingly. He's like, "Vegeta and me will attack him, and when he's not paying attention, you blast them, and that's the way we're gonna take him out." So Vegeta and Goku attack Jiren again, and they're just fighting him. Jiren's blocking all their attacks, and they're flying around or jumping around everywhere. Bright, flashy explosions. Usually Dragon Ball Z stuff where it's so fast and powerful it just looks like explosions. And we see 17, with his hands out, looking at them. He's just waiting for a chance, and he finally sees an opening. He says, "Okay," and he shoots a blast, a big, powerful one, and it hits Jiren, and it looks like it could actually hurt him, but it doesn't do anything because Jiren was prepared. And he's just like, you think you can actually hurt me? So he blasts 17, but 17's able to block it. He shoots a big blast at Jiren, and all of a sudden Vegeta and Goku are like, "Hey, let's do the same." So the three of them shoot big, powerful blasts at Jiren, and it looks like it's gonna hurt him, or it probably should. I mean, anyone else would have died. But Jiren's just standing there. He's literally just standing there, not even blocking with his fists or anything, or his hands. And it's just the energy is kind of bouncing off of him. And eventually he just kind of pushes it back and hurts. It knocks all three of them down. they're down on the floor like in big old holes, and they're kind of out. And Jiren's just kind of standing over him. He's like, "You guys are done. I'm about to finish you. I'm done with this." But out of nowhere, Frieza comes, which really surprised me. I thought Frieza again was just down and out, but Frieza just keeps getting up. He's a cockroach at this point, man. He just gets up. He comes out of nowhere. He surprise kicks Jiren down to the floor, and he starts attacking him like he's a freaking animal. He's just pissed off. He's like, "You think I'm gonna let you get away with you injuring me this much?" Because we all know Frieza has this pride issue. We saw it when he was on Namek. It was a big issue for him. Pride gets the better of him, so he gets really angry easily. So he starts attacking Jiren, but Frieza isn't anything to Jiren, so he just kind of knocks him back, and then Frieza turns into his gold form, and then Frieza charges him and tries to attack him, but Jiren easily blocks him, and then he just kind of chucks him, like hits him all the way across the arena, and then boom, Frieza hits the floor, and he's knocked out again. Man, poor Frieza. Whatever. But then 17 shoots Jiren before he could do anything else to Frieza, and he starts talking to Jiren, and then he's like, "We're gonna win this, and when I win, I'm gonna go on a cruise with my family," and that's pretty much it. He's like, "What do you want to do? You just want to be declared the winner or whatever." But then the God of Destruction for Jiren, which I can never remember his name, Clown Destruction dude, whatever. He starts talking about Jiren. He's like, "You guys don't even understand Jiren. Let me tell you why Jiren fights." So we get a flashback of why Jiren values strength. So when he was a little kid, Jiren came home, and there was this bad guy, a villain or whatever they call him, and this villain killed his parents. So he shows up and he sees his parents dead, and before this guy could kill him, I guess, he's saved by someone who becomes his master. This guy becomes his master. So Jiren starts training with this master, and slowly but surely they start gaining allies and other guys that are training with them. So they get this big group of friends and everything, and Jiren thinks they're strong and powerful because they train with their master. And eventually this guy who killed his parents shows up again, and Jiren and his teammates and his master start fighting him. But this guy is too powerful. So he defeats Jiren, and he kills his master, and he kills a lot of his friends and defeats the rest of them, and then I guess he just leaves. They don't really say. And Jiren just gets angry. He's just like, we need to fight back, He's like, we need to train harder and go back and defeat him. But none of his friends agree. They all turn their back on him. They're like, "No, we're not gonna do it." And this inspires Jiren. He's like, you can't trust anyone. The only thing that is absolute is strength. Strength is victory. Strength is justice. Strength means everything. So this is Jiren's ideology. He believes in strength above all else, It's justice to him. He doesn't believe in trust or friendship or any of that. He just believes in strength. And that's why Jiren is so powerful, because I guess he spent his entire life just training because it means everything to him. So eventually the flashback ends, and 17 just kind of starts mocking him. He's like, "Is that all you stand for? Strength? It's meaningless. It's stupid, pretty much." And Jiren gets mad. He gets mad. Even 17 says that. He starts attacking 17. He's like, "Oh, I guess that struck a nerve." So Jiren starts attacking him. He kind of knocks him to the floor. Sorry. And he gets up on a rock, and he shoots this giant, big old blast at them. So the big blast is going to hit Vegeta and Goku and probably eliminate them, because they've been on the floor since 17 took on Jiren. They're just badly hurt. They can't get up. So 17's just really trying to buy in time. So he goes, and he uses a little force field thing. Man, excuse me. And he puts up a bunch of barriers in front of him to block this gigantic blast. And he's kind of slowing it down, but he's not strong enough to reflect it or, push it back or anything. He's barely holding it back. So he puts little force fields around Vegeta and Goku, and he just kind of says, "Hey guys, you're lucky that I changed my mind about going on that cruise." And he pretty much self-destructs. So he's blocking the blast, and the only way he can figure out how to stop it is to self-destruct, because that's what they say. All of a sudden, we see a big old flash of light, and the platform where 17 was on is just destroyed. It's gone. And 18, she's crying. She's like 17, you know, that's her brother. You know, we haven't seen them together in a long time, so with this tournament they've been together and fighting and everything. So 18 is just, she's crying, man. Her brother just dead. And they start talking about it. They're like, oh, is he dead? What happened? And they're like, again, they say, well, the only way he was able to block that was to self-destruct. He sacrificed himself to save Goku and Vegeta. So this episode pretty much ends with Goku or Vegeta getting up, and you know, he faces Jiren. He's like, do not underestimate me, and that's where the episode ends. So it was a good episode, man. I loved it. Like, it flew by like that. Like, I started watching it and it just ended, and I was like, oh man, that was a good episode. It was a good fight. Seeing Goku, Vegeta, and 17 against Jiren, they were putting up a good fight. They were doing a lot of good teamwork and stuff. It was great, fast, quick action. Really interesting. When Frieza came out of nowhere, I was like, oh, Frieza, you still alive? Which, I'm guessing he's still alive because they didn't say anything. Jiren wasn't disqualified because they said against 17 self-destructed, just in case you're wondering. But that was crazy. You know, I kind of expected maybe someone would die in this tournament. Not necessarily in this way, and especially not 17. Because we haven't seen 17 really, or he hasn't played a big part since the Cell Saga, you know, and he wasn't even a big part at the end of it, you know. He just got absorbed, and that was pretty much it, you know. We saw little cameos of him here and there, but he's been gone. But during this tournament, 17 has been doing a great job. He's helped eliminate a lot of the strong fighters. He's helped Goku, Vegeta, and even Frieza, you know, so he's done a lot of fantastic stuff. And this final moment, self-destructing to save Vegeta and Goku, is probably what's going to win him this tournament, because Vegeta and Goku would have been defeated. They would have been hit by that blast, and they would have got knocked out, and that would have been the end of it. It would have been Frieza and 17, and Jiren would have just ripped right through 17 and then killed Frieza or something, who knows, or just tossed him off, kicked him off because he was down and out. So that was crazy. I was really surprised by that, man. Rip 17. He'll probably be back, let's be honest. If they win a tournament, they're eventually going to win resurrect them, probably with the regular Dragon Balls. They don't have to use the super ones. But still, it was a big, important sacrifice. And I'm somewhat doubting it. I'm like, no, 17 isn't dead. Maybe he dug into the ground and just kind of hit himself. But, I mean, if the Grand Angel is saying it, that he self-destructed, then I guess it must be true. But, you know, in my heart, I'm just like, nah, he didn't self-destruct. And, man, I almost shed a tear when he did that. I'm just like, man, I can't believe he sacrificed himself. Well, anyway, I could go on and on about his sacrifice, but, man, go watch the episode if you haven't. It's fantastic. Like I said, great episode. And if you have watched it, what do you think? You know, was 17 sacrifice worth it? Do you think Vegeta's going to put up a good fight against Jiren next episode? Do you think Vegeta will be eliminated the next episode? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. Hey, if you like this video, we have several other awesome videos you can check out. And again, thanks for watching.